Hello, I'm Prisma Lopez-Marin reporting here for WJTS News on Monday with the Mayor. Today we have Mayor Terry Seitz.
Hi, Prisma.
Hello, how are we today, Mayor?
We're just fine. Very thankful. We have, I think, a great amount to be grateful for here in our county and our city, and certainly I think we would not let this moment go by without a sincere note of thanks to all those who have responded to the avian influenza outbreak in Du Bois County. More than 500 people total from all walks of life, including our local responders. The city of Jasper had Arts contributed some additional parking space for the responders to the campus. Street Department contributed some trailer and some barricades, certainly to be distributed by the county as needed. And our fire department played a great role in basically helping to depopulate the birds and using some equipment and manpower for that. But ultimately, we realize it's something we do as a team, and we had full authority with the department leaders to be able to contribute to the cause as needed and just go forth, and they did. They responded very well. Ultimately, we I think have, because of the significant effort that was done in the preparation, should such an event occur, and then the actions that were taken and decisions made upon the occurrence of the influenza, we literally, I think, have responded and surprised every other department in the federal government. I understand last week at a meeting directly from the Homeland Security people of Indiana that the United States Department of Agriculture is going to basically look at rewriting some of their protocols because of what happened in Du Bois County and how we did things. And I'm kind of proud of that, being a Du Bois County native all my life and saying, you know what? This part of Indiana just gets it, and we get the job done. So we're thankful for the volunteers, for the workers, for the help. Grateful that we were able to contribute a little bit. And in addition to that, I'm very grateful for our first responders in the city, police, fire, of course, our street departments, and those who work overnight shifts and things when the weather comes in and changes. One, they're safe, and two, they've done their job very well for the citizens. So I'd like to thank them today.
Have you spoken to any officials from the influenza situation?
Yes, I was out Saturday, I think a week ago, when the governor came in. We made sure that we met out there. The county generally has been the key coordinator, and our emergency management leader, Tammy Humbert. I'm part of her board, but ultimately, again, it's a part of it as a job. They do their job very, very well, her and Gary Fritz. But ultimately, then the county officials, elected officials, and others have been working very, very well too, because it's in that northeast part of the county, which is the county government oversight. But I know that they have drawn on resources, and at that particular time, we're all in this together.
I understand officials are telling the public not to panic. What would you, look towards for the public?
I'm not sure if I'm the one to really comment on that, except to echo what I've heard people say and what I believe. I know that we have some very, very high-level people involved in this. I know that there are epidemiologists, there are PhD degree holders who are looking at this. And ultimately, though, I think what has happened from my perspective is that I think a lot of credit goes to the producers themselves, from the farmers to those who put these birds to the market, in the fact that they were prepared from the very first sign to be able to start a response factor, and that's very, very important. And I think that's a shout out to that business community of both farmers and those who actually operate and put the flocks to the market, that they were able to think ahead, think fast, and act quickly.
Absolutely. Farm work is a very hard capacity, and they do it very well, and they did respond very quickly to the situation. I was also wondering regarding the new council members, and they had their meeting yesterday, I believe.
They did. They met Thursday, the first meeting of the regular monthly schedule, and all of our 4 new council members had just returned from what's called a newly elected officials conference. This is something that Indiana Association of Cities and Towns puts on every 4 years, and of course there's continuing education thereafter for a lot of people involved in municipal government. But I think their enthusiasm is very apparent, their understanding of issues, and we tried to ramp them up as as best we could. We're going to be doing a tour of all city facilities coming up here next month, and that's scheduled as well as they kind of get some traction. And I really appreciate that, and along with the merging with the carryover members of the council, I think we have a very good group of elected leaders here in Jasper, and I'm glad to be a part of that.
Well, you as a mayor, do you go to conferences and things like this?
We do. I did not go to the newly elected officials one. Just again, I wasn't a newly elected official, but we do have mayors have some continuing education. It's called Mayor's Institute. It's been administrated by university level teachings, and that's generally quarterly. We have other legislative groups that meet. I'm a part of the Indiana Association of Cities and Towns Board of Directors. So these are things that are give back moments, but also I very well respect that group. And we'll be up in Indianapolis a few times during the legislative session to engage with our local representatives as well, to tout, support, and do bidding for legislation that is important to us, or both from the perspective of having it enacted, or to hopefully prevent it as being enacted. That's kind of the game. You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay, this is Prisma Lopez-Marin reporting for WJTS News.